Ubuntu is a way of life.
It means helping each other.
It's about being neighborly.
A coming together of people.
It means a performance of humanity.
Children's Radio Foundation was really excited to grapple with this project. Ubuntu, the classic definition, still resonates with me, that I am because you are.
It speaks of our interconnectedness. I can't be human on my own lonesome. I need you as much as you need me.
Ubuntu is about that practice of humanity. We are in this together and that we don't exist without each other.
Good afternoon, this is the Teen Express Show with me, Monique, in the studio, Radio Atlantis 107.9 FM, the heartbeat of the community.
Going through all the entries all around the country.
The person is a person because of other people. For me, it means I can't do anything without someone else.
For me, Ubuntu is it's a spirit of giving, of caring, and sharing with people.
Ubuntu for me means helping another person, helping your neighbor, and just being nice and being kind.
The exploration of Ubuntu got the young people excited because it was asking them to examine something that was known to them and to their community. It was asking for a re-examination, a reinterpretation.
To me, Ubuntu means being able to share and stretch an extra hand. It begins with me.
In South Africa, the dominant narrative in mainstream media is that youth are apathetic, violent, hopeless, diseased. They have very few spaces where they can express themselves, where they can contribute to opinion, and where they can advocate for things that they need in their lives. So with this awareness, Children's Radio Foundation creates these spaces where young people can be young reporters. And they broadcast radio shows every week that are researched, produced and hosted by young people themselves. We're looking for young people who are curious about themselves and the world around them. And we are looking for young people who want to make a difference.
In all honesty, life is tough for a lot of people, and I've experienced things. I felt that if nobody else is going to make a difference, then I might as well try. Being at the radio station, doing topics that are interesting but also informative, and somewhere along the line somebody's going to listen and it's going to affect them. Knowing that you helped somebody, that somebody out there listened to your advice, that it's helping them, it's a great feeling.
Radio it's life. It's intimate. It reaches into homes, into cars, into public spaces. It's immediate. It's alive in the moment. It remains in South Africa a place where a community's voice can really be distilled. Hyper-local issues in local languages. At these community radio stations, we are nurturing young talent. And they speak to a listenership sometimes of up to 600,000, sometimes bigger than our national broadcaster.
We want to know the do's and don'ts. We want to know the struggle that you went through.
When young people have the opportunity to represent themselves, you get a very different picture to that dominant portrayal of who young people are.
We as a youth tend to forget the most important things that we grew up with. Sharing love, sharing information and experiences. To me, that's how I practice Ubuntu.
In the face of extreme inequality, in the face of racism, how do we practice Ubuntu? The South Africa that we live in now is divisive, but it's always been divisive. Many people still have to leave their home to go to the toilet. They have to risk their lives if they want to go to the toilet. Many of them still don't have access to running water in their homes. Just healthcare, a clinic that is serviced, that has stocked medications, trained healthcare workers, to have access to schools, good schools where you have teachers for all of your subjects. And young people really grappled with some of these issues because they're very real in their lives.
In our communities, the spirit of Ubuntu has faded away, to be honest. It was like, in the olden days, Ubuntu meant that your child is my child, but these days it's like people are working against each other for their own benefit.
We had our work cut out for us. We had to go out and tell them this is what Ubuntu is, these are examples of it, and then realizing that so little Ubuntu is being practiced in the community and that we really needed to take a stand.
Through the Ubuntu project and over 2 years, young people were energized about becoming active citizens. But I think the things that we can't really talk about is how people's hearts opened. You can't measure that.
The meaning of Ubuntu is to give without expecting. That's the meaning that I had walking into the project. But it changed over the course of the 2 years. Ubuntu is not only giving, but it's also about appreciation of the other person and compassion. It's not about material things. I mean, a smile to the next person when you're walking down the street can change that person's day. That is sort of Ubuntu.
I think young people recognized wisdom in their elders in ways that they had been probably frustrated with or resentful of.
The next day I go to my neighbors and thank them and say thank you, and I tell them the story. We are all crying.
There was an acknowledgement that they are also assets. When we attempt to listen to each other, we begin the journey of understanding the other. We begin to dismantle our stereotypes. And I think we are more likely to be compassionate and to act from a place of care instead of a place of fear.
What I learned was we might be different, but in a sort of way, we are the same. It just taught me a lot. You must be open-minded. That's the thing. You must be open-minded.
Solution to all our problems, love, peace, and happiness, Ubuntu.
I think the exploration of Ubuntu really had resonance with what we are trying to do with young people, which is also around building character. It really was an incredible tool for young people to understand themselves and their communities better.
From a young age, I would make sure there are interventions that help the young to see the world in the sense of Ubuntu, to have Ubuntu in their heart and their soul and their spirit. Because if those children grow up and have their own children, then the children will also have Ubuntu because of their parents and the way they were brought up.
It was interesting to understand the practice of Ubuntu in this boiling pot of our struggles. It was an attempt to come up for air.
I'd say it changed me because I got to mix with people from different religions, different cultures, different communities.
Back then, I didn't care about other cultures or other people. I only cared about people who are close to me. But now I have friends who speak different languages. I have learned a lot from them.
You know, it taught me that giving is not a color thing. It's not a skin color thing. It's not a religious thing.
Just the act of getting up and going about your business and being nice to people and practicing Ubuntu despite all of the signifiers in your life that tell you you are less than. So absolutely, that sense of resilience and forgiveness lives as a grace in this country. every day. I'm optimistic because I work with young people. I'm enthused and renewed by the ideas of young people. Through this Ubuntu project, there was a great sense of innovation and discovery. To meet young people who are motivated, curious, caring about themselves, about their communities, about their families, about their education, it is incredibly inspiring, because to have to overcome a great sense of hopelessness, it's a human triumph, really. It's something that is incredibly brave.
And I'm hopeful that there are more people like us, and they're undercover, and one day Ubuntu will just be a thing that everyone has. Because it's still there, but it's just people have to, I don't know, open the box of Ubuntu and see what's inside.
It's difficult for us as youth, a handful of us, to try and make this big dent in the whole of the nation. But here we are, trying. I feel like we are living proof that Ubuntu exists in this world.